My name is Amondi. I'm one of the directors of Kings and Queens of Kibera. I'm a mother of 2 at home and a mother of 35 at work. So I'm parenting full time. Kings and Queens of Kibera is a children's center where our main objective is to support education for vulnerable kids, orphaned kids, and kids. Of course, some kids have families but are in a financial space are not able to send the kids to school. So currently we are on our 4th generation. We do cohorts. So 1 generation all through to university or college, or 2nd generation like that. So currently we are on 4th generation. Our 3rd generation, 2nd generation is having a team of kids who are young men graduating in university. One of them with 1st class honors in December. So yes, we are very proud of that. A lot of work has been put into that. So yeah, so for the start, Nico will tell you more about that, but I've been here since 2018. And I've seen through the 2nd generation. I joined when they were in high school, around Form 2, and now I've been with the 3rd and 4th generation. As I'm aware, the start of the project was to support street kids and vulnerable kids to make sure they have education. But when I joined in 2018 is when we started the Girls Project. It originally was Kings of Kibera. So when we added the additional part of it is when we built this house so that we can accommodate the girls. And this is because we felt there's no need to only empower the boys and then have women in the society who are also not equally educated as men. So then we brought in the girls aspect, and so now we are running as Kings and Queens of Kibera.
So tell us something about exactly what is happening today, and then tell us something about the caravan head of Kibera.
So today we were hosting a team of friends from Spain who took the time out since last year, November, to ride through continents to just make it here with a main purpose of fundraising for Kings and Queens so that we can facilitate the next year's budget and the years to come. So yes, it's been a whole year. They've been on the road. The last station they were in was in Tanzania, which they've really enjoyed coming this way. And they felt that's the best they know how to do, bicycles. So as they told you earlier, it has been difficult through rains, through mountains, through hills and valleys. But finally they're here. So today it was to host them officially here, to present them to the kids also, because the kids understand what has been going on, so that they meet and interact. And you know, when someone tells you I'm running this and you say, oh, we'd like to do fundraise for you, and this is what they did for Nico as friends, they decided to fundraise for their friend so that the project can run. So today was their main day of being in Kenya, main day of coming into the project and just talking to the kids, meeting the kids. But otherwise, yes, it's been a whole year of traveling for them. Yeah.
So far, what is your experience so far with the 8 cyclists who are going to make this possible?
We've been talking a lot online around what the experiences were as they were coming down, also what the expectations are, the things they learned in the journey, because now you see you directly meeting people in different countries, learning different things. But basically for me, they are very warm people. They are very lovely. I don't think there's a point I got the sense of now they are too tired. There are many days they do not have access to internet, but when they finally do, they would have a conversation, tell you what they're up to, what's going on, how many days they think they'll be around in that country, and then eventually just vanish again for a few days until they show up. The consistency of making sure we had photos and videos and just to be part of the experience as they were coming this way was also a big deal. So for me, also the humility of leaving family, checking time out. Yeah, you can think it's a trip, yes, but imagine the challenges also of the weight they are carrying, because they travel with everything on a bike. So the humility of taking the time out to just make it here for this and for the children to get an education, for me that's a big deal.
What is your message to the 8 cyclists who made this possible?
For me, I'm honored. I'm honored. I'm grateful as an administrator because we as a country are already going through tough times financially. So finding people who are willing to take time out to fundraise for you just to make sure your project runs, that's a big deal. So completely grateful for what they're doing for us. Yeah.
Lastly, what is unique about Kings and Queens Center, Children's Center, as compared to the other centers that we have within Kibera?
I like to say this in positively as possible, that I do not believe in taking children out of a poverty-stricken place to expose them to further dysfunctional system or a poorer experience. So I think for us, everything we provide is top class. Like what I'd want to have my child to have at home, I want the kids here to have, including diet, including clothing, including the things they need for school, including the schools they go to. So we have conversations around school performances and where the marks can take you to. So if you do well in school and you need to go to this university or college, then it's up to us to make that happen for you. All you need to do is get the grades. So I think for us, I do not want to talk about other children's homes. That is not my space. But I would say that we continuously endeavor to make sure that everything we do for these kids are things that we can also allow our children to go through. So that means they go through the best systems, they go through the best care, they get the best psychosocial support, they get the things they need that you would give your child at home. Yeah, being in this space, you learn that sometimes people either want to give because they need to throw something away, or because it was almost sometimes going bad, and some people bring things, and he knows I have one rule: if you can't use it, don't bring it. If it is not good for you, don't take it to a children's home. Yes, they might need it, but what is the end result of what you're showing the children? So I take the best photos, I want the most beautiful smile, I want their hair, I want their clothes to look nice, because once I post it on social media, I can never take that away. So one day, if this child grows up and is a politician or something, I don't want someone using that against them. I don't want them to be shamed for not looking nice. I don't want them to be shamed of coming from a children's home. So that's why every time you walk in here, everyone says, wow, this is different. I want that for them. And so we endeavor for that.
Somebody will ask, who are these kids making, that is Kings and Queens?
We get kids through the government, social services. We get referrals from health workers. We sometimes also interact. Sometimes I visit, because there are kids I have now, 2 kids, who while I was going to pay fees for other kids, they looked really badly off. And it bothered me for so long. And I came back and said, Nico, those kids don't look well at all. Something is wrong. And we went and found out their mother had just died and their father is absent, and so they were living with someone who's not even family. And we took in those kids, so they are siblings and they stay with us. So in terms of who we work with, I think basically is how bad is the home situation that needs someone else to support. Because there are kids who can stay at home, and based on what the government is doing now, where we are taking back kids to their homes, is making sure that the living standards at home is bearable enough for a child's well-being. But otherwise, we have kids from Kibera at large, and we have kids from Kawangware as well. Yeah.
My last question. What is your relationship so far in terms of Kings and Queens? The relationship with the local, that is the society personally, within that is Kibera?
I think that largely we do exist well. I think one of the reasons why we have a good relationship is the volatility of the youth, the drugs, the things that surround us on a daily basis that can make our space unsafe. So what we do as the home is, one, we house the children. So the children within the community can come and play, they can come and eat, we give clothes and things like that. We do support parents based on requests. If there's maybe a medical issue, a child is struggling with school fees, who is not in the project but is around us, there are sometimes that we come in, We donate food. We work with other stakeholders. We've supported Red Cross and other stakeholders in making sure that food donations, especially during the COVID era and any other pandemic, that the general community got food that they needed, that they were part of the people who are being supported financially through the cash disbursement. So we keep that relationship so that our children are also protected by the community itself. So if you do walk out this gate and you say you come from Kings, nobody will touch you. If you walk in this way and you say you are going to Kings, they will bring you. You will look at someone and think, no, they will not touch you, because they know when they need food, when they need help, when they have a funeral or things like that, we make sure we support. Yeah.